I'm Anton.
A birthmark?
Yeah.
I'm Atoya Rishiki. I was a captain of the Handyman Service Club. One day, my old classmate from middle school came to see me. Her name was Arioka. She said she needed some help.
Look.
Then she took off her shirt and she showed me her birthmark. Wow. What is that? It was a birthmark and it looked like a human face.
I was born with this. I heard you knew a lot about these things, so...
They called it Jimenso. I've heard about this. But I thought it was a myth. They said these things could talk just like a real human, but I never really believed it. My guess is it was just a coincidence and people just made up a bunch of stories to explain the phenomenon. But... wow, it moves? The birthmark on her back, it started moving around.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about this thing. I went to see all kinds of doctors about this, but nobody was able to help, so I just kept this a secret. I knew it would only scare people, so... But then, the other day, I went to see this doctor. Dr. Asagiri. I heard he was one of the best.
This is what we call a vanishing twin.
A vanishing what?
It's when one of the twins disappears from the womb. It's rare, but it happens sometimes. The fetus just disappears, so that's why they call it that.
Wait, twin? You mean...
Yeah, you had a twin brother or sister.
What? I couldn't believe it. I had no idea. When I first went to the doctor, he told me it was twins. What? But then the fetus just disappeared one day.
Usually the fetus gets absorbed, but in your case, it somehow made its way onto your back. So this is not a bruise. This is what we call a conjoined twin.
What? So apparently this thing was my twin. The doctor said it was a rare case. The odds of this happening were 1 in 500,000.
It's not actually alive, though, so if you'd like, I can have it removed.
But that wasn't gonna be cheap. We'll think about it. Sorry, Futaba, but let's talk to your father about this first. Okay, no worries.
Don't worry, it can't hurt you in any way, so...
He told me not to worry, but I was pretty nervous, to be honest. And even though he said this thing isn't alive, it didn't feel like it. This thing on my back, it felt like it had a mind of its own. After that, we talked to our dad. I had a brother and we were both going to college soon, and our family wasn't that wealthy, so... we decided to wait until we were both out of college. Hey, why are you always changing in the corner? Huh? But then, one day, one of my classmates came up to me and lifted up my shirt. What the? Then she froze up. This whole time I was keeping it a secret, but now everyone knew. What is that thing? Gross! I couldn't believe it. The secret was out. Hey, have you guys seen her bruise? It is so gross.
Huh?
My classmate Mutsumi. She started telling everyone at my school, and by the end of the day, everyone knew. And she lifted up my shirt every chance she got. Stop it! Oh, relax. I'm just messing around.
What is that thing anyway? That's really creepy.
It's called a conjoined twin, and... What? That's so gross! I was getting pretty sick and tired of her. And a few days later, she tried to lift up my shirt again. Huh? Stop Mutsumi started freaking out.
It smiled? But I thought the doctor said...
I know, and it gets worse. The next day... What the? Fire! Fire! Her house caught on fire. Hot! Help! Then this burning column fell on her back. My back! They managed to put the fire out, but the house was gone. Luckily, everybody made it out alive. After that, her family moved into this old apartment. What the? Mutsumi, is that? A few days later, she came back to school. But then when she was changing, the bandage on her back came off. Then, it was her burn mark, and it looked identical to the thing on my back. Stop! Stop looking! She got burned in the fire, and her burn mark looked just like the thing on my back. After that, the kids started making fun of her. They found it pretty ironic.
Look at her now!
If you ask me, she deserves it. Then, one day... That's her, over there! Huh? She showed up to school with the police. It was you! You burned my house to the ground! What? She thought I was the one who burned down her house. I saw you walking around my house that day!
Futaba Arioka, right? Can we talk somewhere quiet?
What? And so the cops started asking me some questions.
Seriously, it was her?
I mean, I guess she's got motive, but... She'll pay for this. They had no proof or anything, so for now they let me go, but... The investigation is still ongoing.
Then leave it to the cops. You didn't do it, right?
No, but... I was thinking maybe it was me.
What?
Maybe this thing on my back took over my body, and maybe I set fire to her house without even realizing it, you know? I mean,
she was always making fun of me and stuff, so I had motive.
I had motive.
I don't know, I'm just so scared and...
I don't know, I'm
don't know what
just
to
so
do.
scared and... I don't know what to do.
So you came to me.
A few days later. I'm Mutsumi. I'm a junior in high school, and after my house caught on fire, things haven't been going my way. The house burned down to the ground, and my dad didn't have any fire insurance. And the houses around us caught on fire too, and now we have multiple lawsuits on our hands. Ugh! It hurts! And now I have this really ugly burn mark on my back. The doctor said I had third-degree burns, which meant I had to get surgery if I wanted to get rid of this thing. What now? But our family just couldn't afford it. I couldn't even go to the hospital for proper treatment. All I could do was put on ointment and wait for it to heal on its own. Oh, whatever. At least Futaba's going to jail. Futaba was questioned by the cops, and there was no way to prove her innocence. And she had no alibi. It was only a matter of time before she was behind bars. Good riddance. But then, later that night... Huh? On my way home from the store, I saw this girl standing in the street. What are you doing here? It was Futaba. What is it? She was acting all weird. Then I noticed something. She had an axe. What the? This is your fault. You should have never made fun of me. But now you know how I feel. What are you talking about? Time to finish this once and for all. Huh? Then... She came running towards me. I ran as fast as I could, but she was way too fast. But then...
Ha!
Someone came and stopped her for me. Who are you? What's happening?
I'm Atoy Rashiki. I'm the captain of the Handyman Service Club, and Nishihiki Barrier Gokai High.
What? What are you wearing? Who was this guy? Oh, whatever. Just get her away from me.
Don't worry, I'm a certified exorcist.
What?
I know what I'm doing. She's being controlled by her birthmark.
What?
The thing on her neck has a mind of its own. It's controlling her body. He used her to set fire to your place. The conjoined twin on her back was haunted, and it was the one who was behind all of this.
What?
Say your prayers. It's time to put an end to this once and for all.
Hang on, that can't be.
Now, what do you mean?
I made it all up. I told the cops I saw her walking around my house that day, but that was a lie. I just called the cops to make her life more difficult. But wait, so it was her after all? I made it all up, but now he was telling me that it was just her all along. Well, it was actually the weird mark on her back, but... Oh, just get rid of her for me! But then...
Okay, I think we got everything.
Okay. Huh? She went back to normal? I made it all up! Then the guy took out a phone. He had me on tape! What the?
We knew you tried to set her up, but we needed proof.
They got me good. It was all an act. They were just trying to clear her name and I fell right for it. No! A few days later. Wow, amazing! I was able to get the surgery for free. Why? Because Mutsumi needed a donor to treat her burn, and they chose me as the donor.
You guys are a perfect match. It was pure coincidence, but yeah.
I see. Her burn mark was about the same size as my birthmark, so Dr. Asagiri decided to give her a skin transplant. Now it was her problem, not mine. Thanks for everything.
No worries. Glad I could be of help.
He hasn't changed one bit. So the birthmark on my back was never actually alive, and the fire at her place, it was all just a coincidence. And Ishiki, he helped me prove all that.
It might take some time to get used to, but it's better than nothing.
Okay, thanks. And so I got rid of my birthmark and Mutsumi's burn marks were healed, so I guess it was a win-win for everyone. Anyway, it was a rough couple of weeks, but glad everything worked out.
Okay, here I go! I'm gonna do it! I'm Rintaro Kamiya. I'm just an ordinary high school student. I was in the Handyman Service Club. And just the other day, I bought my first house. Rintaro, I don't know about this, man. I don't think you should do it. But this is the only way to know for sure. I gotta try. But then, inside of the storages in the house, we found this weird button. It all started a week ago. My classmate Kanishi offered me to sell his house for $500. $500? You for real right now? We're talking about a house here. I've always wanted my own place, so I was thrilled. So I went to check the house out, and it was old, but other than that, it seemed fine. $500? You sure about this? If I were to build a house, it would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, so $500 was a bargain. My late father designed the house, but I don't need it anymore, so... You're not joking? You're serious about this? Yeah, so we got a deal or what? Tanishi's dad was an architect. I had no reason to say no, so I decided to buy the house. All right, there you go. Thanks, here's your key. So I took out my savings and bought my very first house. I couldn't believe it. Rock, paper, scissors. You lose, Mia.
Damn it. This sucks.
Yeah, too bad. Well, go to the store and get us some snacks. Mia, you got a 90% chance of playing scissors. Dude, don't tell her that. A few days after moving in, I was living the life. I loved having my own place.
Whatever. I'm going.
I'll take a Coke. That day, my friends were visiting. They were members of the Handyman Service Club. I can't get you this place for $500. What's the catch? Maybe someone died here or something. Maybe it's haunted. Yeah, right. And that doesn't scare me. If you guys want, we can use this place for our club meetings. What do you think? Rintaro, look! Come here! But then... Huh? Akechi noticed something. It's a button. What the? In one of the storage rooms, he found this weird button. It says do not push. There was this red button and it had a sign that read do not push. He didn't tell me anything about this when he sold the house to me. Wanna push it? I wouldn't if I were you. It says do not push, so... All right, here we go. Hold on, what did I just say? Oh, we gotta push it, you know that. What if something bad happens? Akechi was against the idea, so we decided to talk about it first. Maybe the house will explode or something. Maybe it'll transform into something else, or open the door to a hidden room. Maybe it's got something to do with the electricals. I really think it's a bad idea. The button was fixed against the wall, and we couldn't really move it around. Why is the button in here, though? And other than the sign that said do not push, there was nothing else in the storage room. Okay, enough talk! There's only one way to find out. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to push it. Hey, stop! I gotta try! I can't resist! Akechi tried to stop me, but, Ah! I pushed the button. Then, the shutters around the house started closing. Earthquake? Then the house started shaking. Dude, I told you! Ah! Then these mice came out of nowhere and they all ran out of the house. What's going on? What's happening? We had no idea what was going on. Then, I think it's over. The shaking stopped. But then when the shutters opened, we couldn't believe our eyes. What the? No way! We're in space? We were out in space. No way! This can't be. I couldn't believe it! We were launched into outer space.
Huh? What happened to the house?
What the hell is happening? I tried to open the door to see what was going on, but... Dude, no! If we're really in outer space, that means there's no oxygen out there. Ugh. If you open the door, we're all dead. You'll pass out in less than 10 seconds, or your lungs might explode. Either way, you'll be dead in less than 2 minutes. I guess you're right. But this is unheard of. A house being launched in outer space. Is that even possible? There are ways to move a house around, like a trailer house, but a house being launched into space? I was so confused. What did I get myself into? Ah, this isn't happening! I told you not to push that button. I had no idea the house I bought was actually a rocket. Kanishi! This is his fault! Hold on, maybe he didn't know about this. Screw this, I'll just hit the button again. That's probably how we get back to Earth. Hold on! So I pushed the button once again. Ah! Then the shutters went down again and the house started shaking. Then, I think we're back on Earth. A few minutes later, the shutters went up again. I'm gonna go talk to Kanishi. But then, we were under the sea? What the hell? We're at the bottom of the ocean, surrounded by fish we've never seen before. What's happened? Ah! I was so confused, I was starting to lose it. Is this teleportation? But how is that even possible? But it's the only way to explain this. But the water isn't coming in, and when we were in space, we could still breathe. True, what is this house made of? None of this makes sense. This was no ordinary house, that was for sure. How did Kanishi's father build this thing? Let's hit the button again. We just have to keep pushing it. Dude, no! We gotta figure out how this thing works and... But I didn't listen. Ha! No! After that, we ended up inside a volcano. Hit the button again! Ah! Where are we now? I don't know. Then we ended up in some weird place. It kinda looked like Earth, but something was off. I hit the button over and over again. Ah! We're back in space. But no matter how many times I tried, we couldn't get back to Earth. What the? It's not working! I think it's broken. Then the button broke. It was no longer working. So now we were stuck in outer space. No, I don't believe this! Look, guys. Then Ashiki noticed something. It's water and food. He found this shelf packed with water and food. What is all this? There was enough food and water there to last us months. It was as if someone had predicted this. 3 days later, we still had no idea how to get back to Earth. Needless to say, our phones were all out of service. And every day the Earth was drifting further away, and there was nothing we could do. We were done for. There was nothing we could do. It's over. Goodbye, Anton-san. I never thought I'd die like this. But then... Someone started shaking the door. Someone was trying to come inside. I think we got a visitor. What? How's that even possible? This makes no sense. Wait. Maybe it's an alien. Then the door opened. You guys okay? Anton-san? It was Anton-san. He was here to save us. He was here to take us back to Earth. And he wasn't even wearing a spacesuit. No way! How's that possible? How did you even get here? He was our hero, or our savior. What are you guys talking about? But then...
Oh, thank goodness you guys are okay.
Sorry about all this, guys.
Mira and Kanishi were there too. What's going on? Where are we? I thought this was outer space. I don't think so. This is Earth. What? Wait, what the? Looks like we're on Earth this entire time. The house went below the ground. What?
Yeah, well, I had no idea about any of this until now. My dad, he designed the house so it could be used as a bomb shelter.
A bomb shelter? He dug a hole into the house, and in case of emergencies, the house can go underground. So that's what the button was for. Amazing. That's why the house was gone when Mia came back.
I was so scared.
So she called Anton song for help. That's why the house started shaking. But what about the view out of the window? It was an LCD screen. What? The view looks pretty realistic, but it was just an image on a screen. The view changed every time the button was pushed. I had no idea. Wow. I thought we were out in space or something, but we were here all along. After that, I gave the house back to Kanishi and got my money back. Ritaro found this new house. You interested? No thanks. I'm never buying a house from him again, that's for sure. Uncharted mountains. There were still many of them around the world. Hiya, guys! Help! Well, Daidalus was one of them. It was one of the most difficult mountains to climb. Many have tried, but so far, nobody was successful. It all started when the Handyman Service Club got this request.
My dad's friend. He's trying to climb this mountain and he wants us to join him.
That sounds fun! Mia's father owned a company and his friend was gonna climb this mountain. He said all expenses would be paid for. Wait, he's trying to climb Mount Daidalus. You know about this place? Yeah. Mountain climbing? Yeah, you should come with us! Then Rintaro came to us. This was no ordinary mountain, so I decided to tag along to keep an eye on them, to make sure they were okay. A few weeks later, we got on a plane and headed to the mountains.
Okay, we'll be waiting here. Good luck!
Alright! We asked Emily and Mia to wait for us at the base of the mountain. And so the six of us gathered our gear and started climbing. You sure you want to come with us?
No worries. I love hiking, so I'll be fine. Ah!
But this was no ordinary mountain. It was one of the hardest mountains to climb, and it wasn't going to be easy. Rolly!
Ah!
Make one move and you could be dead. The mountain was located between two countries, Zutan and Subeta. It was 7,700 meters tall. It was going to take us at least 2 weeks to get to the top. This place is covered in snow throughout the year. That's why it's so difficult to climb, and so far nobody's been to the top. Many have tried over the years, but so far nobody was successful. Later that night, we reached our first destination. We set up camp and started a fire.
For a while, there was a lot of political tension around Zutan, and foreigners couldn't even come here, so... But then they started letting people in.
After that, people from all over the world came to Zutan and tried to climb Mount Daidalus, but so far, nobody was able to reach the top. This isn't going to be easy. I heard something interesting about this place. What? About 30 years ago. Then Akechi started telling us about this explorer. Root Jacobinski, the legendary explorer, he tried to climb this mountain. His government backed him up and paid for everything too. This guy, up until then, he always accomplished his goals every single time. Damn.
Whoa!
But when he came back, he said he failed. He said the challenge was a failure.
Oh!
Oh! But the thing is, one of his guys, he saw him reach the top.
Sir, I can't go on. Hang on. Go back down, it's fine. But sir, I'm gonna keep going. Sir! Wait, so he reached the top, but he told everyone that he didn't.
Yeah,
Why though?
not sure. Nobody really knows what happened. That's why I wanted to climb this mountain. Interesting.
Is he hiding something?
Maybe he's hiding some treasure.
And we'll find out soon enough. Let's do this, guys.
But then on our third day,
Alex!
Alex threw in the towel.
Sorry.
Be safe. Then the others started retiring, one after the other.
I give up.
Rolly!
Mount Daidalus was unforgiving. I'll take her back. Thank you. At the end of the day, there were only 3 of us left. Me, Rintaro, and Akechi. Then day 6. We did it!
Yes!
We finally did it. We reached the top. But then... No, wait, look! Look up!
Huh?
We were wrong. We were nowhere near the top. At best, we were only halfway there.
Well,
Top of the mountain was hidden by a bunch of clouds. We were devastated.
no! Ah!
I was shocked. I was speechless. Then day 9.
Akechi!
Akechi! Akechi collapsed. Sorry, guys, I can't go on.
Akechi!
Go on without me. Come on. You can do this, man. I believe in you.
All right.
So now it was just us 2. Rintaro, you okay?
Yeah.
We were almost out of food, and the weather was only getting worse. I had no idea how we were still standing. But we didn't give up. Soon, we would be at the top, and we just had to keep going. But what Akechi was talking about the other day... Jacobinski, the legendary explorer. What happened to him? Did he actually make it to the top and lie about it? If so, why? I had so many questions, and I had a feeling that if we made it to the top, we'd find some answers. Is that... Then... Rintaro, look!
Ah!
We finally made it. This time I was certain. Yes, we did it! We're at the top! We finally made it to the top of the mountain.
Yes!
We did it! We couldn't believe it. We were the first ones ever to reach this place.
Yes!
Wow! It was the greatest feeling in the world. And the view was stunning. If there is such a thing as heaven, this is probably what it looks like. We still couldn't believe that we were here.
We're gonna be on TV for sure!
Yeah! But then,
What the?
look at the sky, Rintaro. I wish others were here to see this.
Anton saw look!
Huh? Rintaro found something.
What the?
It was this rock. What does it say? It looked like some kind of letters.
Wait, so we're not the first ones here?
I took out my dictionary to figure out what it was saying, then... I'll wait for you guys up ahead.
What? Are you sure that's what it says?
Yeah, I think so. I was so confused. I thought we were the first ones here, but... Then we started looking around and...
Anton-san, is that it?
I think so. So what Akechi was saying, maybe it's true, but...
Wait, so the explorer guy, he's here?
I don't know, that was 30 years ago, so... Come on, let's go check it out.
Okay.
So we started walking. We were exhausted, but we were too curious to stop. Here we are. We kept moving forward, then... We found something.
Wow! Ah!
We found these corpses.
What the?
We were so confused. What's going on here?
Anton-san, look!
The Rentaro found something. Is that a book? It was an old book. It's a diary. I picked it up and started going through the pages. Maybe we'll find something in here. Hang on! Then, we started reading. It was about these two people in love. The man's name was Alan. The woman's name was Lama. Zutan and Subeta were still fighting over territory to this day. But about 100 years ago, the two nations got along just fine, and these two met at this harvest festival hosted by Zutan. They fell in love, but then the two countries started fighting, and the war only intensified over the years. And the war tore them apart. They could no longer see each other. There was one place where they could see each other.
Wait, so they came all the way out here?
Looks that way. Back in their countries, the government had eyes everywhere, but here they were free to do whatever they wanted. It was their safe haven. And so they climbed up the mountain from both sides so that they could see each other again. The letters on the rock, it wasn't for us. And so they were reunited here and they spent their last moments together. This is beautiful.
Yeah, so wait, that legendary explorer?
Yeah, you probably saw this too.
Oh boy, what now?
That's why he lied to everyone, saying he couldn't reach the top. He did it for them. He probably wanted them to rest in peace.
I see.
And so we reached the top, but we didn't find any treasures. Instead, we found a tale of two lovers who didn't let anything get in their way. A few days later, we were back at the bottom of the mountain.
Ah, it feels so good to be back.
Welcome home. We were worried.
Everyone seemed okay. So, did you make it to the top?
Yeah, what did you see?
They started asking us questions, but...
Sorry, but we didn't make it.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, I see.
Too bad.
We decided to keep this between us. We didn't want anyone bothering those two, so...
Let's go home, guys.
Don't worry, your secret is safe with us. So, our adventure came to an end. We didn't find exactly what we were looking for, but... The journey itself was incredible. It was an experience we'll never forget.
Achoo! Sorry about that.
Emily, you okay?
I'm Emily. It was hay fever season and I couldn't stop sneezing. Achoo! Achoo!
Emily?
You okay? I was fine when I was a kid, but I started getting symptoms a few years ago. I went to see a doctor right away, and I was allergic to cedar pollen now. I was completely fine up until then, so I was really shocked. My nose just kept running, and I couldn't stop sneezing. And I had trouble breathing because of my runny nose. I could barely focus during work. And my eyes were really itchy too. I had no idea it was this bad. My allergies were only getting worse, and my house was a mess. I was not in a good place. Then, one day... Achoo! Here you go. Thanks. I was sneezing uncontrollably, like always, but then something felt off. There was something in my mouth. What the? Something was stuck. Not sure what it was, though. So I took it out of my mouth, but then... What? It was a baby! I was so confused. What the heck is going on? What is this? This can't be. I was not expecting to see this, so I didn't know what to do.
Emily, can I ask you something?
Sure. Then Anton-san came up to me to ask me something. I hid the baby in my pocket. Not sure why, but I didn't want others to see this. Sign here and signature here, and you're all set to go.
I see, thanks.
Oh, Alex, one day I was at work, but then I saw something I couldn't believe. What the? Was that a baby? That thing came out of her mouth. At first I thought I was seeing things, but I know what I saw. What the? What's going on? Then she hid the baby in her pocket. Anton-san and Rolly didn't notice, but I saw the whole thing. I wish I hadn't, but now I couldn't stop thinking about it. Well, is that even possible? None of this makes sense. I've never heard of such a thing.
Make sure to send it back within 3 days.
Got it, thank you.
Emily-san was trying to act all normal, but I knew she was just putting on an act. I mean, she just gave birth. And from her mouth. I tried to say something, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept my mouth shut for now. After that, I did some research online, but I couldn't find anything. But then, I'm so confused. The baby was extremely small. I couldn't even tell if it was alive or not. And who's the father? I had so many questions, but no answers. But one thing was for sure, something was happening to her body. Later that day, when I came back to the office, Emily-san? Emily-san was sitting there crying. She was in shock. Can you blame her? She must be going through a lot right now. Hey, are you okay? I didn't know what to say, but I decided to talk to her. I thought maybe talking about it might help. But then... Emily-san! Emily-san? She just glared at me without saying a word. It felt like she was blaming me for all this. Emily-san! Then she ran out of there. Then, the next day, she didn't show up to work.
This isn't like her. She's never called in sick before.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Well, I know why she's not here. But I couldn't tell anyone.
And the way she looked at me yesterday, what's the deal with that?
Hey, Alex, if your girlfriend got pregnant, what would you do?
Huh? I don't know. I never really thought about that. Then I remembered something. A few weeks ago, she started asking me these random questions.
Alex, when you get married, how many kids do you want?
What? Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to get married. She was constantly asking me about kids. Not sure why, but then the other day, I found this magazine about child rearing on my desk. What's this?
Oh, that's Emily's, I think.
Oh. So why was it on my desk? Then the way she looked at me yesterday. Wait, is the baby mine? Maybe the baby has something to do with me. And now that I think about it, the baby kind of looked like me. But then Emily and I weren't even dating. Needless to say, we never did anything that would result in a pregnancy. And the baby came out of her mouth. None of this makes sense. I was so confused. Then later that night. Who could that be? Someone was at my door. It was already past midnight. Emily, son, what are you doing here? Come in. It was Emily, son. She was soaking wet. Huh? Then she showed me her baby.
This is our baby. This is our baby, Alex.
What? But wait, Emily, son, we didn't even...
You're gonna deny it? Is that it?
No, are you?
Then eat it!
Huh?
It's your baby too! Open your mouth!
And she grabbed my head and... Stop! Please, Emily, son! Then... Oh, it was just a dream. It was just a nightmare. But then... That baby... Was it really mine? It can't be a coincidence that I had a dream like that. Maybe the baby is really mine. But how? At first, I couldn't believe any of this, but a few days later... maybe it's really possible to give birth like that. Who knows? I had no idea how, but I was sure of two things. Emily's son got pregnant and gave birth through her mouth. And the baby had something to do with me. The next day, I decided to take action. He's not sick too?
Hope he's okay.
If the baby is mine, then I've got to do the right thing here. So, I went to see Emily's son. This is it. It was time for me to man up. Okay, here goes nothing. Then I rang the doorbell. Daddy! Huh? Welcome home, Daddy! Me? This boy came running outside to greet me. Wait, but is he the baby I saw a few days ago? But it's only been like 3 days. I started to panic. None of this made sense. And this kid, he thought I was his dad. Where is Emily? Mom? Mom? I had to talk to her right away. This way! Hold on. And the boy grabbed my arm and started running. Then... What the? The room was filled with babies. There were dozens of them. What's going on? I started feeling dizzy. They're all her children? And I'm the father? I've never seen anything like it. She gave birth to all of them. But then I noticed something here. None of them were moving. Wait, are they all dead? I was starting to panic. We're dead?
They're dolls.
What? Emily's song came out of nowhere. She still looked sick.
They're called reborn dolls.
Reborn dolls?
This is my nephew, and his dad is a reborn doll artist.
Wait, what? I was still really confused. After that, I did some research online and I found this page about reborn dolls. So, all these babies, they were just dolls. It was actually quite popular these days. It looked pretty real too. Sometimes people couldn't tell if they were real or not. It came in all different sizes. They usually sold for about a few $100, but some dolls sold for thousands of dollars. This is really realistic.
He's coming here soon to attend this event, and he's been sending these things to me non-stop. And my nephew Ed, he's just always making a mess around the house, and that's why I was so stressed out.
Wait, so that's why you bought that magazine? It was all starting to make sense.
Then the other day, when I was asleep, he shoved one of the dolls into my mouth. Ugh, I swallowed it without even realizing it.
Oh, so the baby that came out of your mouth?
You saw that, huh? Yeah, it was him. I was scared, though. I could have choked on that thing. Don't ever do that again, okay? Sorry!
Oh, I see. So she didn't give birth from her mouth. But then that day, what were you glaring at me?
What are you talking about? My eyes were just really itchy from the hay fever. That's why I left work early that day.
Oh, I see.
And my allergies got worse, and that's why I missed work. So, what brings you here? And why are you wearing a suit?
Uh-oh. Well, I just came to check up on you, that's all. Here.
Thank you. Achoo!
Hope you feel better. So, it was all just a misunderstanding. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, but at the same time, I was relieved.
Crap, crap, crap! Ah! I'm Anton, and I was in trouble. What the hell? When I woke up this morning, it was 8:50 already. I had to be work at 9, so I only had 10 minutes. My alarm clock ran out of batteries and I panicked. I'm the CEO, I can't be late, I just can't. I still got time. So I started running as fast as I could. It was a long shot, but I had to try.
Morning, Anton-san. You're early today. Why are you panting? You run here?
Huh? Oh, I made it on time. But to my surprise, I made it there on time. Actually, I got here earlier than usual. How was that possible? I usually took the bus to work, and it took about 10 minutes, so none of this made sense.
6:23? Anton-san, this is amazing! You broke the world record by 4 seconds!
Ah, I see, so that's why. I knew something was up, so I asked Alex to time me, and I was right. For some reason, I can now run at incredibly fast speeds. Stuff like this always happened to me. I don't know what it was, but it just happened. And so now I was able to run really fast.
You're faster than a car!
jealous. This could come in handy.
Everyone seemed pretty excited about my new ability, but I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, being able to run at incredibly fast speeds, I just didn't see the need for that.
Anton, sorry, you're a beast.
He just keeps getting stronger. I wonder what's next. Maybe his butt will get really strong.
Hey, stop it, guys! After that, I stopped driving. I just ran. It was just easier that way. But where am I supposed to run? The road or the sidewalk?
We probably don't need the company car anymore.
True, I haven't used it in a while. I was actually able to save a lot of money on gas, so that was good. Maybe being able to run at incredibly fast speeds isn't so bad after all. Wow, look at me! Also, I could jump really high. It was actually pretty fun, and I was starting to like this new ability of mine. Then one day... Wow! Oh no! There was an accident, and one of the cars was an ambulance. I went to check on them, and there was this kid in there. They were right in the middle of taking him to a hospital. Oh no! This was bad! And the paramedics and the driver, they were all severely injured. The boy was in trouble. He was bleeding out fast, and it wasn't looking good for him. He's going into shock! What?
Anton-san, look! He's up! Are you okay, sir?
One of the paramedics woke up. He was in an accident before this, and he lost a lot of blood. He needs a blood transfusion, fast! What? They say that if you lose a third of your blood, you die, so we had to act fast. But the roads were packed. Even if we called an ambulance, it could take a while.
What do we do now?
So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I'll do it! I'll carry him to the hospital!
What?
It was up to me to get this boy to a hospital.
But the hospital is pretty far away.
Doesn't matter! God probably gave me this special ability to save this boy! You stay here and take care of the paramedics.
Okay.
And so I started running. Ah! I started running as fast as I could. Hang in there, kid, you're gonna be okay! But then...
10 minutes.
What the? This kid showed up out of nowhere. He had pink hair, then he said to me.
The Stella device my dad developed, it can enhance your physical abilities, but only for 10 minutes.
Stella, what?
But that should be enough. It's time for you to pay for what you did to my father!
Ah! Then he jumped towards me. I remember this kid. For some reason, he thought I was the one who killed his father. Hang on, it wasn't me! I didn't do... Ah! And this kid had superpowers. What the hell? Then I saw something on his back. Not sure what it was, but my guess is that's the thing that was giving him special powers. He was only a kid, but he managed to break a concrete wall with his bare hands. I just didn't have the time for this. Time was running out. I gotta move fast. Ah! So I turned around and jumped on one of the buildings. Ha! I started jumping from building to building. This was probably the fastest way to get to the hospital.
Mom, look! Wow!
What the?
He's a beast. Good thing I completed the device in time.
I started hopping over the buildings one by one. It's a bit risky, but this is the fastest way. Hang in there, kid! But then, I saw this shadow over me and... What now? What the? This other guy showed up. From the looks of it, he had special powers too.
I'll go around from the east side. Hold him down, big brother!
Roger that. Brother? Sounds like they were related. Hey, hear me out! I got no reason to fight you guys, and I gotta get this kid to a hospital now! Stop talking! I don't want to hear it! There was no talking to them, so I just kept running. I'll just have to deal with them later. I jumped down and ran into an alley. But the kid was already there, waiting for me. And then, the other guy came up behind me. I was trapped. But then, I jumped as high as I could.
Whoa!
Higher, higher, come on! I was so glad that I had this superpower. I managed to get on the roof again and I started running. Then I saw the hospital. Almost there! I started running even faster. But then... they caught up to me! And this other guy showed up. Who are you guys? Anton, this is where it ends for you. Wait, I remember this guy. He was after me too for some reason. My guess is these three are all brothers? It's time to pay for what you did! Got any last words? Hold on, you got this whole thing wrong! I didn't kill your father! Not sure what I thought I was responsible, but I was innocent. Stop lying! I saw you with my own eyes! I saw you kill him! Right in front of me. I remember it like it was yesterday. He had it out for me and he didn't want to hear it. There was no way I could talk to this guy. He was fully convinced that I was the one who killed his dad. But the kid, I had to get him to a hospital. I need to save him. Whatever beef these guys had with me, it had nothing to do with him. I couldn't let him die like this. I gotta find a way. I'm the only one who can save him now. I wasn't gonna let him die, not on my watch. I can do this. I could do this! Stay out of my way!
Huh?
I must save him. Ah!
What's going on?
Watch out, Jin. Something's up.
We're running out of time. Without the device...
Jin, we can come back for him.
Here he comes.
Wait. Who's that? Is that a kid? Huh? I think he's hurt. Is he helping him? That doesn't sound like him.
He's been carrying him this whole time.
So what? Enough talk. Let's just end this right here, right now. No. What?
Zen! But we've been preparing for this. We must take him out and avenge Dad.
It goes against the family rule, so no. Then... Dr. Asagiri! Anton-san! I finally managed to get him to a hospital.
Blood pressure is at 70-50, pulse 120, he's going into shock.
Hang in there! We still got time, hurry! Please be okay. The kid was hurt, but the doctor said he was still breathing, so that was a relief. Where did those guys go? I thought those guys would come after me, but they were nowhere to be found.
Let's go, Zen. We'll just have to try this again.
Yeah, no need to rush things. Anton, is he... No, can't be. Not sure why, but I think they decided to let me go, for now. Still, why do they think I was responsible for their father's death? I really think we should talk about this, but I don't even know where to find them, so...
Anton-san, thanks for everything!
No worries, kid. The kid, he was all better now, thank goodness. You got him here just in time. You saved him.
Well done! Yeah!
Oh, and usually my special abilities went away after a little while, but for some reason, this one didn't go away. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to learn to live with it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back again for more, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.